Recently, Smallish Beans released a YouTube short in which he talks about all the different tools that professional builders use to design structures in Minecraft.
How have we gone from this to this? You probably see these builds and think there's no way I could build that. World edit axiom. Like Matica, you can copy and then paste the schematic of your creative build, which you can use.
Since the day I joined Expandicraft, I was waiting for something like this, an opportunity to go against what he said. Now don't get me wrong, I love Smallish Beans and the building community and all that, yeah I know. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't see the point of using all these tools and tricks in the designing process. If you think a painter, they would paint on the canvas, and any mistake or anything they don't like, they will paint over it, you know? Somewhat similar to what I believe building should be. It is correcting the imperfections right there in a survival world, and eventually learn to build without faults. No schematics, no world added, nothing, just bricklaying and wood nailing. We went from simple and good builds to these huge megaliths that look good on the surface, but are hollow in the soul. Coincidence? I thinkin'. The more tools we get, the more simple life becomes, and in the Minecraft building sphere, that turns to more shallow structures. Now don't get me wrong, there are great builds out there, yeah. But picture this, purely hypothetically. You create a copy of your hardcore world, in which you find the perfect terrain to lay out all your different buildings and structures to then build in that original survival world. Well, essentially, what you're doing is building two worlds. And why should the survival one be more present than the creative one? I use Matica often, but not to the point where I build an entire city block by block only to be replicated in another world. This ties into another thought an expander and I shared, and that is that modern hardcore playthroughs suck. Every episode is I transform the end entirely, and they just fly between their hundreds of farms for every block in their offhand a totem that they built a raid farm for in day 10. So essentially they're invincible and unkillable, and the world is no longer hardcore, and copy pasting these hollow lifeless structures into your world, which you design using a bunch of extensions to simply brush the building to life. I don't know, and it is very specific, and not all the worlds are like this. On the flip side, why has hardcore gone from a stressful challenge to a building series? At this point, you should strip away the hardcore title off the video thumbnail, because you're not doing anything that could make you lose your world. Oh, but Minecraft has gone so much easier. Yeah, well maybe don't base it a village and build an iron farm on day 4. Next time, try live in the Badlands with no villagers and no wood, then make a series off it called Expandicraft Season 2. But no, I just don't see the point in all this. Verily, it is not the way of building. Is what I'll say. And most of the comments will be long paragraphs defending the YouTubers, and yeah, I'm the small one here, so I won't get much support. But in all honesty, are y'all not just tired of all these mega builds? Come on. Next video on the topic is the 10 principles of greasy modern. Oh, and on this topic, screw medieval and fantasy and cottagecore and rust.